Alright, man, it's your boy Scoop TV. I'm up here rocking with DSB Digital. Let's get it.
Alright, man, so we got this DSB Digital, we got Scoop TV here, man. This is something special right here. This the first interview on the DSB Digital platform. You know, my man Scoop TV been doing this thing. I was talking to him, and I feel like, you know, a lot of the creators, they don't get to get behind the camera enough. So we got Scoop TV behind the camera, so he could tell his story. Let the people know, you know, how you got into this.
Man, it's been crazy. Like, this whole journey was like, damn near I fell across it for real. So I went to a school called Clarion University. It's not really a big school at all. Basically, one day, I went to a party. I always tell the story because it's so funny. Like, I went to a party, and I walked in there, and like, it was just cracking, bro. They was showing so much love, and it's like, let me start getting this on camera. Like, I want to remember this shit for the rest of my life. So when I got kids, I can show my kids this. So I was just walking home. I was on my Snapchat. I was like, yo, I'm about to make a little day-to-day called Scoop TV. And it was just up from there. Like, people start gravitating to like my social media. I was like one of the first niggas for real up there that was really fucking with Snapchat heavy. And that's when they picked up my Snapchat. And then a lot of people start tapping in, and over time, it started developing into way more things than I ever thought. Like, I would start doing events. I started getting into interviews and shit like that. I was getting interviewed, but I was up there in Clarion. So right now, we just trying to push what we was doing up there down here in Pittsburgh.
You know, I see a lot of videos. I seen a lot of videos, like you said, from Clarion. I seen videos, you know, at a lot of events and situations where people chanting Scoop TV.
Yeah.
You know, how that make you feel?
And man, it made me feel crazy because like I said, like, coming from where we come from, I'm from the east side of the burg. It's real tough out there. So like, seeing that and knowing that it's possible, it just motivates me every day. Like, sometimes I look at them videos just to remind me like why I'm doing that. I'm making people happy while I'm making myself happy, you know? So it's like, things like that just keep me motivated, keep me hungry. Like, this is what I tell everybody that's doing shit like this: don't ever not get hungry. Like, there's more levels that you can achieve over time. Like, don't never stay satisfied. Like, seeing this shit, knowing that what was going on with me before and looking to where I'm at now, it just keep me appreciative. I'm always appreciate what I got going on. Stuff like that. But yeah, like, I still look at them videos.
That's key right there. Never stop learning. For any listeners, you know, paying attention to this right now, you can't never get satisfied, because when you get satisfied, you get complacent.
Yeah.
Once you get at that point, you know you no longer living.
Exactly.
You know, living things grow, so always keep growing.
No, for surely.
What was it like for you growing up, man, on the east side of Pittsburgh?
It was definitely rough, but like, I appreciate the lessons learned down here. You know what I mean? You know, you grow up, you got a lot of friends, and then that shit start small. It get lesser and lesser. People you around, your circle, you gotta reevaluate your circle and shit like that. But it's a blessing for me to learn what I learned down here. You know, like, I was one of the young niggas. Like, I ain't gonna say I was a saint, but I wasn't always doing what a lot of dumb motherfuckers was doing. I wouldn't necessarily call anybody dumb, because you never know a nigga's situation. You don't know what they gotta do to survive. But I always understand I wanted more out of life, even at that young of an age when I was cutting up. Like, I was a class clown in school. You already know, if y'all went to school with me, there ain't no cap in that. Like, I was always cutting up, goofy as hell. We ain't living the best, like, we ain't have the best living situation, but we stay flash and we stay fresh and shit like that. But like, yeah, man, I grew up down here. It was a lot going on, but we still here though. You know what I mean? And I'm thankful for that.
That's
every day.
Blessing.
It's a blessing, I swear.
Every day on that east side.
No, I swear.
No, man.
We lost a lot of friends, man.
A lot of high school friends.
I swear, man, and people don't fail to realize that. And I want to get in and say this too, because like, the college outgoing, you see a lot of people being something they don't want to be. And it's like, I actually seen this shit. We all been through this shit. And people don't understand, like, being a young black man in college, knowing that I'm up school, and then I'll get a call like, yeah, your cousin or your friend just went down, or your friend just got shot, this and that. How much stress that put on you. Like, people they fail to realize that, like, it's a whole different living situation for me, and for me to really be from down here and going to college and getting my degree and all that shit too. Like, that means a lot. Like, people will fail to realize to see that. That's something I'm gonna flex for the rest of my life, for real.
Period. What I was getting at by that question is how it was for you growing up.
Yeah.
Do you think that that growing up on the east side, you know, going through these troubles and these hard times, helped you today in your situation now?
Yeah, definitely, because like it definitely made me mature as a man. I got lessons I could tell the young bucks, like, this is what you shouldn't do, this is what you should do. Like, I'm not perfect though. I never want to really, even when I get up every night, I might, like, people know me for putting some motivation or something on the internet. I'm not saying this shit like I'm perfect. Of course, like, everybody did they dirt, but if I can teach a lesson that I've been through, I'm gonna make somebody else's living situation a little bit better too. So yeah, it definitely molded me to the man. I wouldn't want to be nowhere else, you feel me? It molded me to the man who I am today. And I'm gonna keep growing, I'm gonna keep elevating, I'm gonna keep, you know what I mean, being all I can be. And I know they gonna see that soon though.
What's your overall end goal as far as Scoop TV and the whole movement? Like, what's your overall end goal? Like we said, we never stop growing, but like,
yeah, right.
What's your point where you want to have this shit?
Yeah, you know, this is always a crazy question for me, because it's like, there's so much stuff. I might be doing something this moment, then I switch it over. It is like, yeah, I mean, we creators, so we all over the place. But the overall goal for real, when I get everything aligned how I want to, I just wanted to be, because a lot of people was not even really watching TV. Like, my first goal was to make it some type of a network. Like, we got people coming at me like they want to get their channel ran through Scoop TV, like, you know, BET or something like that, you know? So we'll be different segments, like people who got like episodes, like cooking shows or some shit like that, funny stuff like that, you know? But now, since that things is developing, you think things is getting new, everything's like technology based now, I want to make everything through the media, and that's what a lot of people is making money off of right now. So I guess my overall goal was just make it into some type of a network that you could tune in all over the world.
I've been going through some things as a creator, so I want to ask another creator.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask another creator on camera.
Yeah.
How you feel about being a creator and dealing with females? Like, how?
Man, yeah, man. Well, first of all, if you gonna get, like, as far as like a relationship wise,
right? Yeah, like how you think that could work, or like what type of female you think you need to have as a creator?
It's a mental thing. Like, you gotta understand the I know people are insecure about themselves and their things. Like I said, people's not perfect, but you gotta understand a creator's lifestyle. There's times where we might not be able to get to your phone and text you as soon as possible. We got stuff to do. So like, if it's somebody you rocking with a shorty that see your goals and got some of the same intentions, they want to see you better, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Like, of course you ain't gonna be perfect, but at the end of the day, like, if you really want something to happen, you gotta make it happen. You know what I mean? And I feel like you need to do that as a unit. When it comes to making the money, you know what I mean? It should be as a unit, because it's longevity. With the game we play is longevity. And people don't understand that. They're so short-minded, and for the moment, we doing this for a lifetime. It's just everything we want to keep here. Like, I want my kids to have some equity when it's all said and done. Like, my last name's Donner. There's not too many of us left. There really ain't. There's like literally, like, my aunts live over here, and there's like a couple of my cousins and shit like that. So what I feel like it's my job to keep that last name going. And I feel like if you're not built for that, that's fine. But I just wouldn't be the guy for you. You know what I mean?
Probably was the greatest answer I could hear right now, man.
Right. But if you down for this ride, this trip that I'm trying to take, then come on, hop aboard. You know what I mean? We trying to get to this bread for real.
Like, gotta get to that bed for real.
Like, right. And I feel like, and that's just with anything though. You got people around you. Like, somebody told me some real ass shit. I was talking to my nigga Devontae Butler, check him out. But yeah, hold on. Yeah, but yeah. No, you good, bro. But like, yeah, my boy Devontae Butler, he said, like, if you don't work as a team or not, like, willing to expand your team, you have a small vision. Like, your vision ain't small. Your vision is real small. There's no reason why we ain't out here all working together. Like, if you got somebody in your corner doing the same thing that you're doing, that's work. Let's do that shit.
So that's crazy, because I was literally about to ask you. The next question was gonna have to do with teamwork, and I was gonna say, for the people watching, you know, they see a lot of you, but what I want to know is there anybody else? Is there any other people behind, you know, the Scoop TV movement?
Yeah, we got a couple people, like, we linked and did some work, like, you know, DSB Digitals for sure. My boy HC Visuals, my nigga Anthony down at Anthony Walker, he did some dope ass shit for me, man. I really respect what he's doing. Like, he's another person that I can say that really see the vision too. Like, he let me do my interviews down at his shop, so that was definitely love. So yeah, man, I'm always willing to expand and network with other people too, but you know what I mean, you gotta have that same vision. Like, I ain't gonna waste my time.
Advice would you have to your younger self, or, you know, younger up and coming creators and, you know, kids viewing this? What type of advice would you have for them?
Like, this stay focused, first of all. Like something you said, we was just talking about, like, don't give a fuck what people feel about you. And that's why I feel like a lot of people won't really move so far, is because they're so worried about what the next man think or what she think. Well, if I do this, how they gonna feel? Fuck it, do it. Well, fuck it, like, yeah, just do it. Like, check it out for yourself, you never know. And I feel like, yeah, just be yourself, bro. I tell people that all the time, like, you can make millions from just being yourself. And a lot of people don't understand that. I know we live in an environment, or wherever environment, you adapt to it, but deal to be different. It's cool to be yourself, you know what I mean? Nobody gonna look at you as no bitch because you care about what you got going on in your life, you know what I mean? So I feel like people will respect you more. Be yourself and just keep doing you. Still stay creative, stay building connections, stay networking. Open up your mouth. Open up your mouth. That's key. Open your mouth. You never know who got the same type of man as you, you know? I met a lot of, like, through this whole journey of me doing this, like, I met a lot of people that still benefit me. I might have met them years ago. We still can benefit off each other, like, you know what I mean? And it's always all love. So, yeah, that's basically, let's do your thing, man. Let's keep at it. Whatever you're doing, let's keep at it.
Creators, sometimes we end up, you know, we like all over the place. We do a lot of different things. So explain to the people, well, not explain to the people, but tell the people, you know, some of the services you provide, and like what they could book with you.
Yeah, so it's a lot of different things, man. So I'm into the photography, my bad, the photography, do the videography, you know what I mean? We build social medias, like we end up building and make you grow your following and stuff like that. I provide that service. I host parties, event planner, you know what I mean? I did concerts, I did like put together and all that. So like the resume is endless down there, like, you know what I mean? So anything you think that we can do is gonna get done. And just come through, book, holla at me. Scoop TV 24 on Instagram, Scoop Ello on Facebook. I mean, just book up, man.
What's some projects and some things people could look forward to, you know, coming from Scoop TV?
Well, this upcoming Sunday, I'm having my first ever pop-up shop. Damn near my first event in Pittsburgh. Yeah, that's something I'm excited about. We got a lot of different artists coming in. Yeah.
With Scoop TV, what would you say is will be the biggest accomplishment so far? What are you most proud of?
Yeah, that's a good question, bro. Right now, this basically, I would probably say the fact that how much like it gravitated when I got back in the bird, for real, because I knew there was love for me down here, but sometimes it takes for you to actually go out and see this shit and to really understand it, for real. So I would definitely say how much I grew in the city, for real. Like, my name really be, like, it's buzzing now. Like, I had somebody come up to me today, like, yeah, I was at the studio, I see somebody with your shirts on. Like, I like hearing shit like that, because it make me want to keep going. So I would definitely say that, like, that's a big accomplishment. If I would say one more, like I said, probably, like, graduating college and just knowing what I did up there, for real. And then knowing it's damn near, it probably could get done again, but it'll never be duplicated, you know? That shit was astonishing, for real. Like, I still, to this day, I think about that shit all the time. Like, I really conquered that shit, knowing that I just, like, on it all the time. My boy Rue, we be on the phone, swear to God. Every time this game planning, like, yo, we really gonna get this shit together, and that shit really happened every time. So, like I said, just put it out there, put the good energy out there. It's always gonna fall back, and it can never be duplicated. I mean, we're gonna keep representing this shit for real.
That's all right, man. That's what it is, then, man. DSB Digital, Scoop TV. You know what I'm saying? It's the first interview on the DSB Digital platform. So this legendary as is, you know. We thank you, Scoop TV, have you.
You already know DSB Digital, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we gonna keep this shit going.
You already know.
Better.
Scoop TV shit, man.